So time for us to take another look at the morning papers. Here with me reviewing them today are Alison Stewart-Allen, Chief Executive of International Marketing Partners, and Kevin Craig, PR and Crisis Management Expert. So welcome back to both of you.
Thank you.
And we didn't get to all the front pages. There's one that you had wanted to talk to in the last hour, Kevin, that we're going to deal with now. This is the Express's front page. The headline is Rishi urged time to talk up Brexit. So who's doing the urging?
Well, he's being urged principally, the call is being led by Brendan Clark-Smith, who's one of the Tory MPs to get elected last time in Bassett Law in Labour's Red Wall. And it's a really interesting story, and it's not just the front page, it goes right across the paper, leader inside, several pages, big coverage, because Rishi's being told, talk up the benefits of Brexit. You know, we got elected on this in 2019, you know, we're not giving it enough positive vibes, says, you know, an MP who ultimately, you know, owes his seat to that. And of course, it's tricky for Rishi, if that's a slogan, because, you know, we see this week 55% of people think Brexit was a bad idea to 34. There's a thing called regret, like what they've done there, you know, people who think again. And the Express is unashamedly, and always has been, a pro-Brexit newspaper, and its leader today is very, very hardcore. It's very explicit, you know, stick with the Tories, talk up Brexit, come on, Rishi. But interestingly, in the big coverage inside, the only voice that they could say, and for balance, the quote is Chris Hayward, policy chairman of the City of London, claimed there are now thousands of extra jobs in the city as a result of Brexit. But actually, it doesn't tell us that he's a former Conservative deputy leader of a council in the southwest. So it's a bold line by the Express, but the numbers, I don't think Rishi's going to be taking that advice anytime soon.
And yet there will be MPs that, as you say, feel that they got elected because of Brexit, and so the government needs to
yes, there will be.
Talk it up, because that's how they felt, and they may feel that's how their prospects of hanging on to their seats go as well. Let's move on to the Financial Times, Alison, because there's a story in here about this ongoing battle between these two billionaires, essentially.
Yes.
I mean, the headline is Clash of the Tech Titans and Their Egos.
Yes, I think egos is the operative word in this headline. So basically, it's about the Zuckerberg v. Musk contest for online supremacy. I mean, for most people, you know, getting on with your daily life, worrying about the cost of living crisis, this is almost the bread and circuses part of daily life now. In effect, Zuckerberg has launched a Twitter rival service called Threads only a few days ago, already has millions of users supposedly signed up. What isn't made obvious in this story is the fact that you are instantly given a Threads account if you have an Instagram account. So basically, you haven't made a choice to sign up for this Twitter lookalike. You are automatically enrolled in the program, number one. Number two, the reason that this is a story is because both these platforms, Twitter and now Threads, are keen to capture more of your spending. It's as simple as that. So they want to both integrate shopping, AI, payments, make it easy to do payments and pay other people besides pay retailers. And really, it's a battle for eyeballs. I mean, social media platforms is all about eyeballs. How many people can we get to sign up?
And so the legal action now, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There's lots of legal action. I mean, but let's just say, both of their reputations. I mean, we were talking in the last hit about trust. You know, both of these brands have been compromised in terms of which online platform should I trust for a variety of reasons. It could be Cambridge Analytica. It could be some of Musk's maneuvers in clearing out staff at Twitter. And now the moderation teams, who are supposed to pay attention to harmful content, are left with a skeletal number of people in the function. So both of them have a lot of problems. And so to distract us by saying, oh, let's have a cage fight in Las Vegas, as they're supposedly suggesting they will do, firstly, I would pay a lot of money to go see that, I would say.
Yeah. Who's your money on?
Musk, for sure.
What, in a fight?
Yeah,
oh,
definitely.
No. Well, we need to see it.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
And I didn't know that you automatically actually got signed up if
Yes.
you were on
Yeah.
Instagram. I thought it made it easier access, but you still have to kind of engage. don't
Well,
you?
I have it on good authority that that's the case, that you're automatically enrolled and given a Threads account.
Oh, okay. Let's move on to the Times, Kevin, because there's an article here about the SNP's call for decriminalising drugs, which was knocked back by the government in Westminster.
Yeah, and a really interesting story inside the paper at page 2, I think, because it reminds us that Scotland's drug death rate is the worst in Europe, and the Scottish Government has called for the decriminalisation of all drugs for personal use. And, you know, there is a lot of policy, substance and experience behind this call. Of course, and we're 18 months out from a general election, neither Rishi Sunak or Keir Starmer, this is not the time for bold moves on decriminalisation of drugs. It would be political suicide for both of them, and they knocked it back quite quickly. But it's, I think there's a Conservative MSP who's, calling it from the SNP deeply cynical attempt to create, constitutional division, but I actually think that they are wrestling with big, deep-seated issues up there. Other European countries have liberalised drug use, Canada has, and I think after a next general election, I think it'll be really interesting, because let's face it, if alcohol was invented today for the first time, given the damage it causes to our society, it would be treated differently.
Yeah,
that's a very interesting point.
Yeah, it would.
Have we got time, Alison, very quickly to look at TikTok? We've only got 20 seconds. I don't know if we have. I can just leave that hanging in the air. There's a story that we may talk about debut author shoots the #1 on Amazon after viral TikTok post.
Yes.
We'll visit that next time. I'm going to have to now. Let's not forget. Anyway, Alison and Kevin, lovely to chat to you, and I'll see you again in an hour's time.
Thank you.
Do stay with us. We've got all the top stories coming up next.